Royal Air Force Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. When the flight was full, Hurricane introduced the Royal Air Force into a new generation of fighter aircraft when it entered service in December 1937, as it was the first monoplane capable of exceeding 300 miles per hour in flight, the first aircraft with a retractable undercarriage, and the first armed with 8 machine guns. Certainly less glamorous than the Spitfire, the Hurricane very much a fine warhorse, very rugged, 4 machine guns closely grouped in each wing, a very stable gun platform. On the 17th, Puffers. Hours later, Lieutenant Lessing was shot down and killed by one of those tired old puffers, his aircraft crashing into the sea off the North Kent coast. A total of 565 Hurricanes were lost during the Battle of Britain, and indeed by 1941, Hurricanes were being outperformed by just about every other fighter aircraft, so they were relegated from the majority of frontline roles, some even converted to ground attack, known as Harry Bombers. So accompanying the Hurricane we have 3 Spitfires, a Mark II, a Mark V and a Mark 16. Three great representatives of possibly the most classic aircraft design of all time. Designed by the legend that was R.J. Mitchell. The Spitfire was a thoroughbred. It was built for performance. Only performance counted. Now, to be frank, it had a difficult conception, difficult birth, difficult adolescence, but then matured into the fine and wonderful aircraft we think of and are enjoying and experiencing today. Centre. Just giving us a nice little farewell. Perhaps you'd like to wave at Peter, because that's been lovely. And here he goes. I think he's going to deliver his climbing 360 as promised. We'll see. I feel, Peter, you've flown me with a gin and tonic in my hand over to Natuke. Peter, thank you very much. Have a good, safe journey home. Also, Julian Dowling wants to thank his friend and neighbour Richard very much for buying him a ticket to this year's air show. Richard did this as a thank you after having a difficult time recently, and Julian says Richard always puts everybody else first and wants to make this year's event extra special for him. So Julian, Richard, guys, enjoy the show today. I'm sure you are already, and it's going to get much more fun. We often say, don't we, that we refer to shortly. If you're local to the area, you know where shortly is. It's about, I'd say, 20-25 miles towards our rear, and that's where Mike Lee's come from in the Squirrel, because that's where the Reds are based. Don't worry. So Mike will be getting out of there, and he'll be coming to see us. That'll be great. Puma, just lining up to land there. And we are waiting now to assessment. Come in low. Banking to see what's going on. Lovely topside pass. Leveling out.
What are these black things? What are these?
it.
Raining guys!
Good ship, tipping in, missile to gun. 5-1, roger, cruise on. Good ship, rifle.
The plan continues to height. The pilot can once again minimise the threat of ground fire, this time with a rapid pilot button. Apache attack helicopter. So that concludes today's demonstration of the Army Air Corps Apache helicopter. So on behalf of the whole team, Major Traherne, Staff Sergeant Balker and Gunship will now perform the customary bow to thank you for your support. Please do give them a wave or put your hands together to show your appreciation for their efforts today.
Of archive recording. As I said, the B-17 was the iconic American bomber of the Second World War, and she flies as the memorial to all the men who lost their lives in the tremendously dangerous daylight bombing raids deep into Europe and But we are all going to take part in the final fly past of Sally B. And this is how. Off goes the Bronco. First, take a listen to this Sally B, the only flying B-17 in Europe. Here she comes. Sally B is a flying war memorial. The most important day each year. It's a fly past over the Manningley American Military Cemetery. Powerful place. I urge you to do it. What a beautiful afternoon this has turned into. What a beautiful lady to be doing this display. Topside pass. No, she's showing us her underside. She's showing us her bomb bay. Not as big as you might think. The Lancaster that extend down the whole fuselage. Decision made by the Americans to have a ball turret to defend the underneath of the aircraft. Decision in RAF Bomber Command. I've actually read the actual document myself in the National Archives, signed by Air Chief Marshal Sir Arthur Harris. Decision made that the Lancasters would go to Germany with them with more bombs on board. And although a turret was tried underneath, particularly by the Canadians in 6th Group, the decision was made that drag, the weight and the additional man lost meant they wouldn't be defended from underneath. Truly a day in which I discovered something about the decisions made by commanders. Sally B's a film star, of course. It's then flown by the French equivalent of the Ordnance Survey. Bought by Ted White to serve as a memorial to the 8th Air Force of the United States Army Air Force, named Sally B by Ted for his partner Ellie Sallingbow. A single yellow and black nose cowl honours Ted. Her career on the small screen started with We'll Meet Again, but of course we know her probably from Memphis Belle, in which she was the star. You can see that cowling quite clearly as she passes, that yellow and black cowling on the inner engine. And you can also on this part another film I'd recommend that's about B-17s is it's old school and it is black and white, but I'd urge you to watch 12 O'Clock High. It was made just after the war. Amazing tank authenticity. Features original actual air combat footage. A special stunt crash at the beginning. It's possibly the most effective opening sequence of any film. Choice adds the prestigious Roll of Honour on the outside of her fuselage for 1 whole year and spends a special VIP day with our B-17 at Duxford. My goodness, here's the B-52 coming through. Hello B-52. A little bit of a smoke pass himself, but here comes Sally B. Do you remember we were talking? To see if she's going to put her smoke on. There goes the smoke. Point the way for Sally B to go home, just like the civilians did in occupied Europe when they saw the damaged bombers probably at about that height. You too can point the way for Sally B to go home. Well, that was two ends of the American aviation story, appearing perhaps a little surprisingly. I wasn't expecting that particular moment, but lovely to see the B-52. I'm not sure how much more we'll see of her. And goodbye to our friends in the Sally B there. Were you to donate 460 quid if you're a non-member or 395 if you are, your name will be entered into a draw for a once in a lifetime to be trained as a crew member, including, get this my friends, an orientation flight in Sally B. And your name will be entered into a draw for a taxi ride as well. Roll of Honour, you're a guest, be there 13th of August 2017. You know the score, get on their website. Sally B, thank you very much.
Turning back around again.
faces. Personnel will soon issue new uniforms. Very important that esprit de corps, get everybody feeling that they're in a different organisation. Next year, of course, we celebrate the 100th birthday of the Royal Air Force. April 1st, their birthday. And of course, it had been the Royal Flying Corps up to that point, part of the Army. So once again, where the RAF goes, the rest of the world follows. The B-52, of course, is an American guest of ours. Very much the theme for Fairford of this, I do beg your pardon, Fairford of this year. They are doing something about it, that's what popped into my head. International cooperation is our theme here at Cosford, and here she comes. Thank you very much for giving us your birthday fly past. That aircraft was from the 20th Expeditionary Bomb Squadron with the 2nd Operations Group of the USAF, located in Barksdale Air Force, Louisiana. Aircraft taking off now, just filling in this little gap here. Those Barksdale boys, they're the 20th Expeditionary Bomb Force with the 20th Aero Squadron, fought in the First World War, so happy 100th to you as well. The whole thing never comes to an end. Fought in the Second World War, of course. They fought in Vietnam. And now they operate, and they're actually based at Fairford, because they're, I quote from a USA, it's rather like buying an iPhone, and you're still running exactly the same iPhone in 2079. That would be a pretty robust iPhone, or I should say smartphone, because other smartphones are available. Just imagine that, you buy it, it's going to last you out to 2079. Well, that's effectively what the B-52 has done. Our next aircraft is a follow-on in the American story, going slightly back in time. P-51, the Mustang, the aircraft that flew as a fighter escort aircraft to the B-17s and the B-24s. You can see some PC-7s, that's the Swiss. The skies, we're having words with them in a minute. I should tell you actually that it's the Mustang, the Hurricane, these boys, the Swiss PC-17, the Italian Tornado, the Tutor, and then our battlefield support finale. Top, cream on the coffee, the Chinook, super display. These boys are good too. I saw a rehearsal yesterday. They're wonderful. Just very quickly, there was a B-52 cockpit on eBay. 2013, tail number 59-2579, claimed to have flown in Operation Desert Storm, and the person reckoned he got it from an aeroplane boneyard and restored it. They didn't meet the $85,000 minimum.
Portraying it as gracefully as you possibly can. That's what I want to portray. So when we land back, people have really had an emotional experience, and it's not unusual to land and for people to have tears in their eyes.
Taking off. wonderful engine in the front of this aircraft. We'll talk about it more. It gives him amazing power as well. This is what he does.
Mustang. It's a lemon.
We've got lots of posters to give away to the kids, and also some careers advice for you if you're interested maybe in an engineering capacity for work in the future. They've also got some Rolls-Royce apprentices and graduates to talk to. I don't think it's too early to talk about next year's air show. It's never too early because tickets sell out very quickly. Of course, it's a ticket-only event these days. You have to buy them in advance. Save the date for next year's event. It's Sunday the 10th of June 2018. Sunday the 10th of June 2018. It's going to be a big year next year for the RAF because the Royal Air Force celebrates 100 years. Its centenary next year. And the Royal Air Force Cosford Air Show 2018 is going to be a big event for that reason. The Air Force was formed on the 1st of April 1918, so it's centenary next year. So well worth getting tickets when they start selling those on the website, on the Air Show website. Make a date, Sunday the 10th of June 2018, for what will be a fantastic and very memorable air show for the centenary of the RAF. That's next year. Also inside the STEM hangar, if you want to wander inside, have a look at something to do, the RAF Amateur Radio Society.
In the middle.
Almost unnoticed. Again, our brand, the Flying Diamond, and ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna step up the pace a little bit of our program. Please check the last aircraft as they're in a wide right-hand turn, preparing to show again in front of you in our brand, the Flying Diamond. The last aircraft will perform a split vertically up. Miss out. Direct radio transmission from the leader, Captain Cyril Yoder. First soloist has split from the team. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you Captain Marius Krüsi, performing a standing 8. And as he is a bit more flexible on his own, we also call him the clown in the break, because he can do a little bit more of action until the rest of the team is ready for showtime. The Panavia Tornado will strike up with an inverted flight. And our pilot turns left to perform a half Cubanate. The variable weapons allow the pilot to configure the wings according to flying speeds. High speed, standing at ground references are intentional, within the simple maneuvers. And now it gets back for the slide. The crew is in positioning to carry out an instant pull-up, and altimeter will mark 4,000 feet. The pilot will perform a 90-degree lateral roll to draw globally. The tornado left lots of flight lines and now reaching
generation combat aircraft. That's why the navigator role is essential to our flight. It's a supersonic aircraft which can fly as fast as 1.3 Mach, which is around 2,400 kilometers per hour. By the way, the jet has been slowing down, as the crew seems to have something to say.
The commander's greetings, and today is also a special day for Captain Gabriel Yolfi and Lieutenant 36. We wish you happy birthday, Captain, all around to you tonight. Nose up now, we climb again up to 1,500 meters in order to draw the so-called split S. Over to the sand, the crew is setting up the Tornado for a simulated touch-and-go landing. Well, if you were on board now, you would hear the navigator call 25 maneuver gear down. That means headlights on, full extended wings, landing gear out, pretending to be touching the runway in the touch and roll figure. Here it comes. Except for the power rolls, in order to have maneuverability at low speed at its best. And now a triple aileron will follow. First, center display line again. Here comes a roll under the turn, in which we can appreciate the high roll rate of the Tornado, while it's reached the flight path in just a narrow patch of sky. Fly past is a noisy one. It's so-called knife-edge fly past. As if in combat mode, wings fully closed backwards, and an asymmetric engine thrust and a remarkable rudder use are needed to balance the aircraft flying at 1,200 kilometers per hour. Turn, developed by John Derry, the first British pilot who flew exceeding the speed of sound, the aircraft gets ready for the second max thrust flypast. We might see another part of the 6th anniversary special attire, the number 311 on the belly, which stands for 311th Flight Squadron, one of the crown jewels of Italian Air Force. The scheme was purposefully repainted for the Cosford Air Show.
It's the last chance to wave goodbye to this aircraft which changed the European defense history. Vertical exit with a freestyle roll. Thank you, Captain Gabriele Iolfi. Thank you, Captain Paolo Friella. Thank you for joining us at Cosford Air Show. Thank you for watching.
Aircraft